Hi and welcome back to my channel. This is Sandeep. I hope you guys are doing great. In today's video, we are going to explore the world of network security with a handy tool called Nmap. Think of it as a map for computer networks. Whether you are interested in cybersecurity, network management, or just curious about how it all works, Nmap is a great tool to have. Nmap is a well known for being flexible and able to give useful information about connected system. It offers many scanning choices, making it a must-have for tasks like finding networks, checking for big spots in testing security. All right, let's get started. Now I am on Kali Linux machine, and so the very first thing we are going to do, we are going to check IP configuration. Type ipconfig, hit enter, and this is my IP address for Kali Linux. All right, let's clear the screen. So the very first scan we are going to perform, which is a null scan, and it is a basic scan to check all the discoverable hosts on a network. Let's see how it works. Nmap sn, this is my IP range. Okay, let's hit enter. Let's wait for the scan to complete. And meanwhile, I'm going to pause the video. Alright guys, so the scan is now complete, and as you can see, it is giving us the result. So this is my router, right? And this is my host machine, and this is Kali Linux machine. So this is how we check all the discoverable host machines on a network, right? Now let me clear the screen. Now moving on to the next scan, we are going to perform TCP sync scan. In a TCP sync scan, Nmap sends a TCP sync packet to the target host. If the port is open, the target responds with a sync acknowledge packet, indicating it's ready to establish a connection. And if the port is closed, a reset packet is sent. The scan stops before completing the three-way handshake, making it stealthy and efficient. Let's see how it works. All right, let's perform the scan. Okay, let's pause the video. All right, guys, so the scan is now complete. Basically, this scan is performed to check all the open ports. As you can see, this is, if I highlight this, this is for my router, and we have this many open ports there, as you can see here. And the second one is for my host machine. I have only one open port there, as you can see. Yeah. So this is how we perform TCP sync scan to check all the open ports, right? Let's move on to the next. Okay, let's move on to the next scan. Now, if you want to specifically check TCP or UDP port is open, then you can perform this scan. To perform it on my host machine, hit enter. Let's wait for the scan to complete. Alright guys, so the scan is now complete, and as you can see that we have one TCP port open there, 5357, right? Simultaneously, you can also check if there's an UDP port is open. This is the command. Just hit enter. Let's wait for the scan to complete. Alright guys, so the scan is now complete, and as you can see, I have one UDP port there, right? So this is how you specifically check if TCP or UDP port is open, right? So now let's move on to the next scan. Alright, now we are going to, if you want to specifically check um, a particular port is open on a host, then you can perform this one. Alright. I'm going to perform the scan on the host machine, and this is for the TCP port which we just saw. That is 192.168.0.105. Hit enter. Let's wait for the scan to complete. All right, the scan is now complete. As you can see, it is giving us the result. As usual, this port is open, right? Now let's check another time. Let's see if this port is open. Hit enter. Okay, so it is giving us that it is filtered, which means it is not open on the system, right? Let's check on another machine, perform it on router, hit enter. Okay, it is not giving us. Okay, yeah, it is giving us the result as closed, right? Also, if you want to check a particular service is running on that host or not, so you can also use this one. Let's see, HTTP, it is 10105. All right, guys. So as you can see, it is giving us this result, right? We have this. However, these are all closed, right? So basically, HTTP service is not running on my host machine. All right, guys. So let's move on to the next scan. All right, guys. So moving on to the next scan, we are going to check, like, what is the operating system on a host machine. Let's see how to do it. Type Nmap, capital O, and we are going to perform it on a particular machine, 192.168.0.105. Hit enter. It is taking some time. All right, guys, so the scan is now complete and it is giving me all this result here. Okay, this is how we check the operating system on a device or on a host machine. I'll perform it on my Kali Linux. Let's check the IP configuration of Kali 117. Let's wait for the scan to complete. Okay, so it is giving us, like, too many fingerprints match this host give OS details. All right, looks like, this distribution of Kali Linux was processed or modified many times from the very beginning, right? So that is why it cannot detect, right? However, this is how we perform this scan to check the operating system, right? Let's clear the screen. Let's move on to the next scan. Guys, so now we are going to talk about Nmap A scan. This command is a shorthand option in Nmap that combines several common aggressive scan options for a comprehensive scan of a target. When you use the NA option, it performs a lot of other scans as well. Whether like whether it is host discovery, port scanning, service version detection, OS detection, script scanning, all other things, right? Let's see how it works. So, okay, I'm going to perform this. Okay, so this is the host IP address. This is the IP address for the host machine. So I'm going to perform the Nmap scan. And meanwhile, I'm going to pause the video. All right, guys, so the scan is now complete. And as you can see, it has given me a bunch of information. Okay, let's go through this. Okay. So most of the ports on that machine is closed. We only have this one. This is a version, as you can see here, service version it is giving. It is giving the MAC address, which is common. It's also giving the OS information. And lastly, we have this trace route, right? So you are getting a bunch of information through this command, right? Also, if you have list of IP address, you can also perform this scan on list of IPs through this command in map. Okay, so this is the IP list text I have already created. Now, if I hit enter, it will be going through each IP and it will be performing scan on each IP, right? Okay, it is going to take some time, so I'm going to pause the video. All right, guys, so the scan is now complete. As you can see that the list had three IPs, and so we have performed this in-map scan on all of these IPs. This is for 105, it is hub, and it is giving all this information here. This is about my router, then, and this is about, okay, okay, looks like I had made a, okay, no, yeah, this is the IP address. So that is for my phone. Okay, we have this, okay, there is no port is currently open. So yeah, so this is how we can, gather more information about all the hosts, right? So that is all for today. I hope you found this video helpful. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Feel free to leave comments or question below, and I'll do my best to respond. All right, guys, thank you for watching this video, and until next time, take care and stay happy. Bye bye.